Battle control initialized.
Hey people, Five Aces here, coming live at you from the depths of my living room and presenting to you without further ado two of the top players at the moment. In the top left, he is Globemaster 3000. He is the two times vice champion of RAGL. He is Barf, spawning as France, and his opponent on this map that looks like a snow angel, at least from the top down view, it is WhoCares. He is the one who knocks with a demo truck at your front door at minute 2:30. That's just about as ballpark of a description as I can give of their playstyles, but this is going to be interesting. We're obviously having WhoCares as Ukraine. His favorite faction can't be WhoCares without demo trucks. And we're seeing those people stumble across a tile error. Who made this map? Who is responsible for this? My money is on NA. Okay. Pretty cool map here. We're having lots of openings, we're having lots of attack vectors, and we're having lots of neutral objectives to contest. Fortunately, no big deal in the middle, just a hospital and a couple random straggler civilian buildings, nothing out of the ordinary. And Barf, this time he doesn't appear to be opening up with a double ref. That's a first for me. Usually I see him going for double ref into lots of infantry. And we're seeing WhoCares doing employing sneaky strategies here. I think I can sense 5 grins in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 5 grins, 10 rifles, and lots of early pressure onto the power plant. Now this is banking on the fact that your opponent doesn't have a base defense queued up, which Barf has. But I think from the looks of it, WhoCares is gonna split it up. He is gonna split them like Moses split the Red Sea here. Just going past those scorched trees and applying some light pressure, finding the barracks immediately. If the Barf is immediately deploying his pillbox, he's also got a ranger out, so that's a very greedy build. But on the other hand, he got to save his barracks here. This is absolutely crucial, and now we're seeing Barf struggling as the grins are opening up on the power plant. He knows he is gonna be in dire straits. Barf should just pull back the ranger. What is the ranger doing right now? He's gonna lose all of his power. This is so annoying. He can't get to the barracks here. And the only ore truck of Barf is trying to run him over. Jesus, what is the economical situation like? Barf has to sell out the war factory. He had no cash there, no money in his bank. And the ore truck just escaping on to live another day. What a start for WhoCares, who has, with this light pressure, just forced a sell of the war factory. This means that there is only one ranger out for Barf, one engineer out for Barf, and no war factory, no power, no nothing. Extremely good start here. Off the back of this, I'd suspect that WhoCares is just markering up here. He's not going for further pressure because he knows Barf can recover within a minute or two and just pop down base defenses everywhere, stifle every aggression. Instead, going for the smart route, opting for mass harvesters off the back of this play. Fantastic line of play so far. And Barf just not finding the opening, losing his infantry here. Gonna take a chunk of damage on his ranger as well. And the engineer can't come in. He can't commence the cap. This is a stellar opening so far. We're seeing 4 harvesters already, a service depot out for WhoCares in a fantastic position. Alright. Now that we're catching a little breather, Barf is still on 1 refinery. This is so bad for him. He still needs to get his war factory up. He needs to get at least 3 or 4 ore trucks rolling out of the war factory stat. Instead, he has just chosen to build lots of rocket soldiers, considering he was in dire economical straits. Well, I guess in this light, I guess WhoCares could have gone for more aggression, but there is no way of knowing because his opponent just built mass rocket soldiers off of 1 harvester. Alright, very smart move, taking the natural gem mines here. And Barf still on 1 harvester. This is so painful. We're gonna check the econ graph. Earned. Well, 12k for Barf over 16. I guess he's got the oil derricks, yeah. He's captured the cornerstone oil derricks, which means there is a 1-for-1 oil derrick situation going on so far, and still an engineer on the loose for Barf. I like this map so far. It's producing some interesting games and not necessarily all the base pushing because those act like natural cliffs here. Nice snipe. Ranger needs to get out immediately. Sees the dispatch. Oh, no time to turn around anymore. Rip. Pop goes the Ranger. But alas, we're seeing a small infantry detachment, again with lots of rocket soldiers. Something I'm not sure why Barf has opted for so many rockets. It's very early in the game to go for 10 rocks. Yeah, Barf has scaled back up to 4 harvesters, but he's gonna be so behind. The only saving grace are his now 3 oil derricks. No, 4, excuse me. It's 4 oil derricks over 1. So, doing a good job of applying at least some oil pressure here. And wow, is the engineer gonna get the last oil derrick as well? The second to last. This would be baller. He is trying to find the flank around, giving him the old flankaroo. WhoCares meanwhile has deployed a macro rev, he has got the Conyard up. Bit of pressure trying to come out onto the Conyard, but there is nothing. Yeah, that's just a light tank and a couple rifles. Is there a game plan? Barf, this is just a distraction. This is a diversion basically. He's just setting himself up to get more of a... yeah, to get more of an economical halt in this game here. Yes, he is struggling. He's been struggling very hard. We're seeing the NG going in, but there is a tank primed on him. Yeah, no? Yes, but thank you? Huh. Rip. One of the things WhoCares needs to do right now, right stat, is transfer his harvesters. 4 harvesters to depleted ore patches. That's just not a good rate and not a good number. Needs to find greener pastures. Preferably here, this is the double expansion, this is where he wants to go. This is actually copy-paste of the sidestep ore patch, it seems. That's interesting. Yeah, also as Barf has mentioned, this is not an optimal way to space out the mines, because the top spawn is going to have to mine towards the top left, and the bottom spawn is going to have to mine towards the bottom right, which means that there's actually going to be a significant mining delay for top left, because the ore trucks are always trying to path around here. So they need to take this extra tile detour around here, 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 compared to here, here. So this adds up over time, but it doesn't matter when the ore patches are already depleted, such as now. Yeah, maybe we're seeing him recover on the economical, gaining an economical vantage point here. WhoCares, just not producing enough refineries here. Very greedy. Going for double expansion, I guess. Meanwhile, Barf's ore trucks are now going to have a field day, because they're going to have lots of gems to harvest. This is going to give them an income spike very shortly. Yeah, gonna try and snipe the Ulderic, I guess. And what's on the build queue here? In my opinion, Barf, WhoCares should have taken up to Radar a long time ago. But he's been struggling with the eco a bit, so there's that. What the hell? Barf is actually the one who has managed to get the first Radar Dome up. This shouldn't have happened. WhoCares? Take notes, buddy. If you're ahead in the econ, no need to overreach, get greedy, and try and hold 3 bases, because your opponent is just gonna find a vector which is less defended than the others. And instead just tech up. Tech up earlier than your opponent and try to push him out with those vehicles that give you a punch, like the V2s, the Yaks for scouts. Especially in a map this small, this is like a small to medium sized map, I'd say. A single Yak is gonna provide you with so much value. Just gonna run it left to right to center, and filter out the aggression of your opponent. As soon as your opponent moves out with his army, you're just gonna see it, and you'll be able to respond way ahead of time. But due to the distinct lack of radar tech right now on the side of WhoCares, we're gonna have Barf moving out, despite him being behind so much in the early game. Interesting. Also, there is nothing that can counter raid attack right now, because WhoCares has not opted to go... Wow, that's a very forward MCV. WhoCares has not opted to go for any flak trucks whatsoever. So he's gonna be struggling with trying to find a flank on the arties. Oh! Conyard goes down, but the arty hits have been good enough. And this is gonna be pushed back. I sense a pushback coming in. Meat shield is almost down. Heavy tank is trying to re-engage here. I doubt that's a smart choice. There is still enough infantry to pressure him. Yeah, it's going down. Now that all the meat shield is down for WhoCares, field day for the radar tech. The lethal radar tech that is going to provide allies with so much more punch here. And the two tanks are coming in, just soaking up the flame tower shots. Good crushes as well. This should be a full-on wipe on the base. This radar dome, what are you doing? Why? What is it with this radar dome, buddy? If Barf pays any attention to detail, even the smallest ounce of detail here, he's just gonna snipe the radar dome for free. The rare bad engagement, because there is still lots of pillboxes, there is still a bit of infantry presence. And on the other side of the map, Barf is just gonna take this engagement in storm. Oh, a sell-off coming out. And WhoCares just has nothing left. He's got 4 heavy tanks here, trying to take a casual stroll through the base. Not focusing down the Conyard, instead going for the power. But as we can see here, wow, tech center even for Barf. This is some baller play. Alright, he's trying to hunt down the MCV. I doubt it. Yeah, it is probably going to be able to escape because it's so hard to keep her tanks moving while shooting when they're constantly losing line of sight. Should try and trade for a couple hinds instead of just pillboxes. Oh, that's unfortunate. MCV survives, gets his base up, and that's just what I was talking about. When WhoCares tried to overreach. He tried to protect so many things at once, and he was stretching himself thin here on the map. Oh, one last soup shot, track shot. The 360 track shot, trick shot is gonna hunt down the tank here and turn him into a husk. Scrap metal. And this is not looking good for WhoCares anymore. He's lost a lot of his assets. 10k asset lead for Barf now, and a 10k float for WhoCares. So I wonder, where's that lead coming from? Someone hasn't been producing things at all. Okay, WhoCares finally employing radar tech here. Should have gone for that ages ago. Even just having the line of sight bonus from the Yak would have probably won him the engagement up top side. Then he could have sniped 3 of the 4 artilleries with his Yak. But instead, Barf is allowed to bunker down here. That's something that every Soviet player hates. But it's actually easy to deal with. You just build a couple flak trucks, run them in. As soon as you know that there is nothing protecting the artilleries. Because they're not very self-sufficient. And you can... Oh, there is a detachment. That's 5 hinds. Just trying to engage into a couple flak trucks. Still, all of the hinds are surviving. Oh, that's radar tech down. And what the hell? Yo, take notes, guys. If you want to win games, don't build your tech in the enemy's face. Just being like, yo, here's my tech. Here's my tech. I'll show you my hand. Nothing up my sleeve. Just a tech center that I just popped down randomly. Yeah, WhoCares should have deployed the tech center. He didn't have a second. No, he had a second Conyard. Should have deployed it here then. Or at least waited until the hinds were out of engagement range. But yeah, such as it is, very bad trade so far. Now finally tackling the oil superiority that Barf has had all game. And Barf's moving out with his MCV. We're seeing tier 3 being unlocked for all 2 players. So I'm expecting some tech play to come out. Yep, there's the first longbow. First tier 3 unit that I see. Oh, Tanya's somewhere here. Where's she? Is she in there? Yep. She's in the pillbox. There's just no way for WhoCares to win this engagement. So he has to stay back. Oh, can snipe the tech center so easily. He's got 2 Yaks, he should do it. It's such an easy snipe. Easy snipe, easy life. 3 Yaks now, yeah. He should go for it, especially considering he knows that his opponent is moving out. Now we're gonna take a look at the econ situation. 10k lead for Barf still. But WhoCares is caught up. He's finally started mass production of everything. That's painful. Losing a refinery like this just means that you're not going to be able to sustain your economy as well as your opponent. Barf has pretty much mined out his half of the map. Meaning that if WhoCares can drag this on. He's also got the Iron Curtain, by the way. Just mentioning it here. That's a formation I just don't like. As soon as this gets into arty range, this is gonna get shredded. Let's see. He is scouted. He is scouted somewhere. There is now an anti-air gun, so there is no more option of sniping this unless he wants to lose 2 yaks. He can still come in for like this vector up the north and then strafe to the east. That would still kill the tech center. But hey, he's putting all his eggs in one basket, and we're seeing we're seeing such easy defensive play coming out of Barf. He's just leaving a couple, just those random blobs sitting around. And that's gonna do it. Against this composition here, without the Iron Curtain, like, oh, nuke truck. I see a nuke truck. Yeah, WhoCares is just someone who loves employing nuke trucks in the field. And usually very good at it as well. I think he has scouted, hasn't he? Oh, this is gonna get dicey. Send in the tanks first, sir. No, it's not how you use flak trucks. I think he's just struggling to find a proper formation here. Yeah, the tanks should come in for... What the hell? Nuke. There is an actual nuke. I think he has lost 3 flak trucks now. Oh, and that Iron Curtain is so premature. There was no pressure yet. At least it's still gonna win him the engagement here. Oh! The Hinds are trying to find the angle. Boom! That has killed 4 tanks. That's been a successful nuke truck, but not as flashy as it could have been, honestly. Yeah. Tanya's in the back lines, but she doesn't have the range right now. She's just chipping away. She's not finding the actual money snipes here. Oh, focus her down, please. Please, good sir, focus her. Oh, I don't know. Could have had that way cheaper. Lots of Hinds are gonna fall here. No. No! Not a single Hind has fallen so far. There's 1. There's 2. Still though, the base has been raided. Tanya is on mid 3 already. She's done her job. But nothing much left here. This attack is thwarted. And there's gonna be a secondary attack on the right hand side, but this is just gonna run into 5 artilleries. Oh, the GPS satellite has just popped. Barf was just about able to squeeze out a second Texar, which means he's gonna have easy mode activated in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait for it. Wait for it. What the hell? Oh, the power bomb's coming in. Killed a medium tank. Wait. Oh, he's powered down the radar, that's why. There we go. There we go. We've got liftoff from the satellite. And finally, Barf has managed to power up his radar, which he's probably just been playing So Scared style. Okay, is the Iron Curtain up? It is. It is indeed. How fast is he on the trigger finger? Not fast enough. Still though, this is by the way, this is a trade that's favoring the Soviets. If you're managing to trade out 2 flak trucks for a single Hind, you're still trading up. Oh, this forest here has a little forest pass. Oh, nice! Nice Iron Curtain. Can now go on a hunt. He's got 15 seconds remaining with the Iron Curtain. Come on, run it down, boys. What is he doing? No, he still got like 10 seconds left. He could have killed like 3 or 4 artilleries with this. This would have been a way smarter play. But decides to go for the safety route. Safety strats employed. Now there is just not a good angle of attack anymore because Barf has infantry everywhere. The only thing you can do about this is good V2 shots, but good luck landing those. Especially considering your opponent is on longbows already. Oh! Yikes, that's a free longbow pickup. I'm gonna check this. It's fairly even. Oh my goodness, there's gonna be a base push onto their natural with 5 artilleries. This is just gonna hurt. There's no 2 ways about it. And WhoCares is moving out with his entire army. Again, he's just spreading himself way too thin here. And the artillery opening up. This should clue him in. Instant wipe on the first war factory. Second war factory still alive. Please tell me that's a nuke truck. This is a nuke truck. This is a defensive nuke truck. Blast cap. I don't have my blast cap with me right now. Fuck. Oh! Oh, that's been a golden moment. This is your golden nuke truck moment. But he's lost his Conyard to enable this. And there's probably gonna go. Texar is probably gonna fall here. There's probably gonna go all the tech advantage he had. Wow. He's built a second war factory again. Just not sure. So the Conyard's still staying alive, but all the artists have been wiped, so the pressure is off for now. All they can do is spam pillboxes and spam riflemen. Not the best at dealing with bases. Especially not after the nerfs. So again, we're seeing a complete overcommitment, and as soon as Barf notices that the army is moving in, he's just sending a detachment to the left to clean up. Yeah, just smart play by Barf. Now, don't waste any units. This is just a dead entrenchment here. This is just here to buy time. Oh my goodness, this shouldn't get a kill. Oh, losing his Yaks as well. Losing his ore refineries. WhoCares just being pulled apart by the strings. He's losing more and more infantry to this infantry meat grinder. Oh, even losing the V2s probably. This is painful. This was completely unnecessary. Should have just sent the V2s to kill this, to shift queue the the V2s to kill everything, one after the other. Yeah, no, sorry buddy, but you fucked up the V2 micro. This is not the V2's fault here. Unless there is a bug that I'm not aware of, but I doubt it. So yeah, this means he's gonna lose the double expansion, and there's gonna be a significant econ advantage for Barf at this stage of the game. Believe it or not, after having one ore truck, under 4 ore trucks, he's managed to find the comeback here. But yeah, this guy is a reigning vice champion in RHL, so he knows how to play. And immediately taking the base as well. There's just no happy end here for WhoCares in this. Losing a couple of ore trucks to RNG pathing. There's gonna be a Camo pillbox already. There's gonna be the shredder of the Hinds and the collapse of the army. He's trying to go for the artillery, but the artillery is way too deep, nestling behind the backs. One longbow falling, but that's it. GG. Nothing much that he has in the way of units anymore. What went wrong? Fantastic early game pressure by WhoCares. Fantastic defensive demo truck, but 2 times, 2 overcommitments. First off, the overcommitment here, when he was sending his entire army top left and Barf was just taking the top right in the... oh my god, calling it a 5 ace cast. Come on, cast baiting. Stop caster baiting. No, still, this was a fantastic game. Yeah, the second overcommitment, when he sent his entire army up top left, again, without scouting that there was an army right within the perimeter, with a base, and it cost him his entire tech. Yeah, fantastic play by both. A bit lackluster scouting, I would say, by WhoCares. But his actual play with the demo trucks was really good. Also the push where he wiped the base of Barf. Yeah, this guy ain't vice champion for nothing. Thanks for watching, guys. Also, there's gonna be a 2v2 tournament by Abarat. If you want to check it out, there are many high-profile names that are already locked in and ready to tango in a 2v2. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. 5 aces out.
Battle control terminated.